Welcome back, everyone. It's Crate Escape Vinyl. I wanted to, in this video, go over basically my Puscifer collection, but as well, I want to start something with some of the groups that I have a bunch of their vinyl. Just kind of starting like an like a kind of an artist spotlight, kind of like the title. But in this video is going to just be like an overview of the upcoming video for where I will go through each individual album, but more the remix albums, because those have a lot of contributions from other artists in them, whereas just their studio albums are all just the band. Maybe I'll do a video where I kind of go over just all the studio albums themselves, if there's like a lot of features or anything like that. But just starting out, I do have a couple of different things before I get into the vinyl section. But the first album, original CD, this one's still sealed because I did buy it on vinyl as well when I bought this. And so I wanted to pick this up. I actually picked this up at the store in Jerome a long time ago when it was, so it's moved since then, but at the time when I went, it was above a tattoo parlor at the top of the hill. Now it's moved down a little lower, but that's the original first album. The second thing I have here is the Queen Bee video on DVD. This is going to be terrible and hard to get into that, but the video, Harry Merkin presents Puscifer, Queen Bee, the movie, the disco hit. So, got that. And I'm not sure you can still get all of this stuff. I'm sure you can, but this I got back when it came out. All of this stuff I got back when it came out. The last, can't remember if this is a DVD. I don't think it is. No, this is just a CD. That Queen Bee is a video and a CD, I believe. This is the Country Boner single. It has Country Boner on track 1, and then Whirled Up My Ass, I believe, is a man, I can't remember the name of that band, and it doesn't say. It just has the actual artists on here, so I'll have to look into that. I can't remember the name of that band. For some reason, I want to say it's like the Circle Jerks or something crazy like that. But that's the last of the CD stuff or DVD stuff. The next one actually is going to be this one. So I got this. This is the Apocalyptical single on 7-inch. It also has the Puscifer version of Rocket Man on it, which is literally why I wanted it. So got that. And this came out on Record Store Day, and most record stores had very little of them. So I had to, I think I went to two, it's just on Clear. I went to two different ones first and then called the third one and they ended up having one copy left, and it was already well into the day, so people had been in and out, and they let me. He kind of held it back for me, so I was really happy about that. All right, the next one is Bullet Train to Iowa. So I got that single. I have not opened this because because I believe the songs that are on here are on the remix album, and I already have that. So that is the only reason I have not opened this yet. But it has Bullet Train to Iowa and The Underwhelming. Bullet Train is reimagined by Billy Howardell. And The Underwhelming is reimagined by James Iha, which are both A Perfect Circle members. James Iha also is a guitar player for the Smashing Pumpkins, and Billy Howardell has another band called Ashes Divide as well. I'm sure they've both done other things, but that's what they're most known for. All right, now getting into the main albums and remix albums, and then at the end, the EPs and live albums. So first we have V is for Vagina, the first album. I got this back in 2009. That's when I got that CD back at the store. So I purchased this at the store. It was $66.66. So not too bad, because today you can't get it for, you can't get this, but you can't get anything signed by them or by him. Has his signature there, but you can't get anything signed for $66. Usually it's going for, like, if you went to the any of the shows, any of the stuff, anything, order it online, anything, you're paying over $100 for sure. I have the remix album of that. It's headed this way. It should be here Monday. So I cannot put that in here, and I really feel terrible for not even having that yet, but I listened to it on Spotify and whatnot, and that will be the first album that I do the actual full review plus kind of like a spotlight on it, where I do, like I said, all of the people. And when I get into this next remix album, I'll kind of explain it a little more, kind of so you understand it a little bit better. But so that's the first album. The remix album is V is for Viagra, the remixes, and I do not have that, but I will have it very, very soon. It's on the way. And then the next album is Conditions of My Parole. That is the second album, and all of these albums are awesome. Trying to see. Yeah, these are all, everything on here is all just written by people in the band. And if you're wondering about the store is at 403 Clark Street, Jerome, Arizona, 86331. So if you want to like search that up and look at the area, it's a really awesome area too. It's not just it's a really cool town, that town of Jerome. All right. So the next one up is the remix album, all remixed up. This is the remixes of the Conditions of My Parole. And as you can see here, they have been changed from the other copy. Pretty sweet. Thought that was really cool when I first saw that, just because like it's a remix album and they've mixed them up. But yeah. So then, like I said, these are all remixed by separate people. So it might be someone in the band, it might be someone completely different from another band, like I said, or just a engineer, producer. I mean, like, I'm not sure. I don't think there is anything, but it would be like one song is by this person, this person, this person. The next song is by this person, maybe like Trent Reznor or somebody like that. Meaning they're not. It's not just a bunch of people you don't know. It's usually a crap ton of people that are like really awesome at what they do. So that's the remix album of that. And then 2022, they came out with another album that is another remix album of Conditions of My Parole. This is Parole Violator. And the Puscifer all remixed up Conditions of My Parole album. On the back of that, it does have some more information on who was in the songs, things like that. On this one, though, there's no information. It just literally gives you the track listing on the back. But I will get all that information, and when we go over that album, I will have all of it. Next up is Money Shot. This is the third album. Yeah, again, all. So this is produced by Matt Mitchell. Matt Mitchell does a ton of the engineering, producing, things like that for Puscifer on their studio albums. This album is also signed right here on the side. Hard, but great album. Probably yeah, I would say this one's probably my favorite overall, just regular albums. This is the exact same album, but it is the Revolver Icons that I was talking about. This is the one that I thought, or that I was thinking, like, why am I missing one of these? It was this one. It was in the mail. It took them forever to press these. I still have one that's on the way, which is this next one. It's just a Revolver Icons version of it. But like I said, this is the Revolver Icons version. And again, this is the bronze. All of them were bronze. I wish it wouldn't have been that way, but it ended up being that way. Yeah, so that Conditions of My Parole one is the only one that on the back, it actually tells you who was really in it. I mean, some of these do to a degree, but not like that other one. The other one actually gives you the artists, but this is the Money Shot remix album. And then, like I said, I ordered that Revolve's just an Icons version of it. And again, the reason I did that was, for one, just to have, and for two, because of this, there's 1,000 Of some of them, there's only 300. And I believe it is these remix albums. There's only about 330, I think. 300 of the bronze, and then the other 30 are the other colors that I mentioned, like the red, blue, green, gold, silver. And I know I'm messing that all up, but again, if you go to the website, I don't know why you would, because like I said, I did check that and everything is sold out. To be honest with you, they canceled one of my albums that I ordered, Fit for an Autopsy. And I don't know. I'm not real sure they're going to continue doing it. I hope they do, because I kind of liked it the way that they literally are limited. So like, they're numbered. So that they're limited, not just somebody saying that it's limited edition and it's really not limited. It's limited to what? Tell me how many did you press? Most of the time you can't find that information out. That's why I like getting actual numbered on the back, 46 of 1,000 or 46 of 300. So either way, that is the Money Shot Reloaded remix album. This is the newest album, Existential Reckoning. This copy is also signed. I showed this one in the previous video, but I got it at the show. I'm not covering any of it up. So there's more members than 3 in the band, but only 3 of them sign it. And I believe that's because for the most part, Maynard, Karina, and Matt Mitchell are the 3 masterminds behind the band, and they're the only ones that are like 100% there, meaning the drummer has been changed out multiple times. The guitars, the bass, all of those, they change somewhat quite frequently. I mean, again, way more, like no one's been changed of those 3 people since they got together. So, and then this is just the regular copy. And I shouldn't say that these are just the same. Like, I don't want to take that signed one out, but I believe it is on a different variant of vinyl. This is on, come on, that's going to be hard to show, but it's like a smoke vinyl. Very hard to show. Can't even really see it unless you put it up to the light, but it's like creamy, wavy. I said smoke because it looks like smoke when you put it up, but there's that. And then the other one, there's a chance it is like a gold. I don't know. It's obviously open, but I haven't even opened it to look at it. Just because I don't want to mess with it since it's signed. But you know what? Let's go ahead and open it and see what it's all about. I guess I could have opened those other albums too, but because some of them are on, the remix albums are on usually like some sort of different colored vinyl. Like I think that Money Shot remix album is like a slime green. Nope, just black. So they did have, when this first came out, they did have a gold version as well, I believe. I'm almost certain. And this is the remix version of that. And I know, again, that's bronze. So if I show you this one, all of these Revolver Icons albums will be the exact same because they're all bronze. So this is the Existential Reckoning Rewired. Again, this is the remix album of that. And I have only looked at this one once. But like I said, let's just, or no, I haven't looked at it at all. I haven't even opened it. Oh man. Yeah, I don't want to mess with it. It's in like this slip case, and then there's another case underneath of it, and it's all sealed up. It's bronze. And now, there we go. I was about to say, now it's going to be a pain in the ass to get in here. But it's not, so right on. All right. Moving on. These next two are EPs. And this is one of the ones that has, yes, that song Potions that I was speaking of in one of the last videos. That was a Tapeworm song. So now you can understand what I meant by C is for, and then it says, please insert sophomoric genitalia reference here. So I won't say it again, but you know, I mean, and funny little things on there, man. But this is a great album as well. Yeah, so let me see who the drummer. Yep. So on this album, Tim Alexander, the drummer from Primus, he actually plays drums on Potions, Polar Bear, The Humbling River, and it says Vagina Mine live at Club Nokia. I'm not so sure. Yeah, Jeff Friedel. I'm not so sure that Tim, I mean, maybe he did. But I know that he had to do with the drums originally on the first album because he's credited as the drummer on that album. And then on Mama Said, also drums, Tim Alexander on the regular Humbling River. Jeff Friedel is on drums on Trekka, and there is no drummer listed on The Mission, but this has a bunch of remixes on it too. So there's so many different mixes of things. Like this EP has 2 songs that aren't on anything else, and then the other songs aren't on anything else either, but they're all regular songs that have already come out, but then they're remixed, but you can only get them by getting this. So it's nuts. The next EP is Donkey Punch the Night Away, or Donkey Punch the Night. This has Dear Brother, Breathe. This has a version of a cover of Bohemian Rhapsody. This has a version of Balls to the Wall by Accept, two different versions of Balls to the Wall, one version of Bohemian Rhapsody, and then the two songs that are on here are Breathe and Dear Brother, but then also there's remixes on here of those two songs as well. So, and again, produced by Matt Mitchell, mixed by Matt Mitchell and Josh Eustace. Now we get into the live albums. I'm almost certain that this one technically would have come out first. I know this was released. Okay. Hold up. Yeah, they're released at the same time, same year. So I guess it's whatever. I don't know. I feel like this show came out earlier though, but they would do some of these shows. I never got to see one of these shows. I've seen multiple other shows, but one of these specific shows back in the day, I say back in the day, 2013, but this is the Burger Barns live in Phoenix. And what that is Billy D and Hildy are the Burgers, and then this is Tim Alexander, which is their Billy D's friend, his drinking friend. And this is basically like I don't really want to call it country, but to a degree, it's like a country version of all the songs that they do live, because they are sang by Billy D. Obviously Maynard, but it's Billy D. But this is just a really cool album. I'm really glad I got it because, again, you can't get this anywhere else. These versions of these songs, because they're completely different. So this is just a really cool one. And this is on red vinyl. I know that for a fact because I have definitely listened to that one a few times on vinyl. All right. The next one is another live album. Puscifer, what is Puscifer? I did actually see this tour, but like I said, that country version, that other one, they may have just done that like a one-off night in Arizona. Like I haven't seen them do that for a full tour where they sang the songs like those. But I definitely did see this tour. It was at the Majestic Theater. Yes. I also saw the Money Shot tour at the Majestic Theater. I saw the Vias for Vagina tour at what used to be called the Palladium Ballroom here in Dallas. Now it's called Gillies. And then now that I think about it, the last Puscifer show I went to was also at the Majestic Theater. They like to play theaters. So this one has songs from the first two albums. Yes. Conditions of My Parole and the Puscifer album. It was a great show. All of them have been great. This next one is a live album, but it is a live album that was during like the COVID time period. Probably shouldn't have said that word, but whatever. It was during that time period and couldn't tour, couldn't do any of that stuff. So what they did is they recorded this and made it a live stream which I fondly remember. I have a picture of us watching it, but me and my kids were sitting in my recliner at the time, watching it as it came on the Puscifer website, because that's how you watched it. I had it hooked to the TV in the living room, but it was off the website. So got that, watched it. It was awesome. You can get that on, I believe you can get that on YouTube now, or just go straight to the Puscifer website and you can get it. But the next one is a vinyl version of that recording. So live at Arcasanti. Yeah, it's a really cool outdoor area. I believe that's in Arizona. Oh, some shit on that, man. I'm gonna get rid of that. And then obviously this has it's the new album. So this is literally the new album. So I have 3 copies of the new album, basically. This is just all of those songs. What am I trying? Performed live. And then the last one, at least the last one for this video, because like I said, I do have another one of the ones I've already shown, and then the remix album for the first album. This is another one I showed in the last video, but Puscifer Global Probing live in Prescott, Arizona. This one is the one with clear with white smoke vinyl. This is the show. Basically, I didn't go to Prescott, but they came through Dallas, and this is basically the exact show that I saw, meaning the set list is the same as the one that I saw. Again, the only thing I don't know is on here, the Vagina Mine, it doesn't specify if it was a remix or if it's just the live version of that song, but dang. That's the back of the track listing down here. Front. And that is it. So, like I said, showing all of those albums, I will basically be taking all of the remix albums and then going through each song and who contributed to the song, who composed the song or was in the song, produced it, all of that stuff, because it's one of those things where there's a lot of stuff on those albums that you just wouldn't ever know if you weren't told, or you picked it up and then started reading about it or read through the liner notes, and again, even doing the research on it, like doing the research on it, like part of this stuff, half of it I had to search out in multiple different places. It wasn't just available on the album. The liner notes, I went to the Puscifer website. Like all of that stuff wasn't available because you would get like a bit and piece of it, or even go into like Spotify, you would get like one person's name that wasn't on something else somewhere that I looked somewhere else. So I kind of compiled everything and then tried to cross-reference it and see to make sure, like, is this for sure? Now, also with that said, kind of like on that EP that I showed earlier, this one, it says Tim Alexander on all these songs, but part of that reason is because they are giving him credit as the drummer because he was the drummer on the original album, so he's credited. Also, since some of this stuff is mixed or remixed, So like it says drums Tim Alexander, drums Gil Sharon. So I don't know. Like again, Tim Alexander was the original drummer on that song, but then this is a live version of the song. Was it Gil Sharon that played the drums on the live version, and Tim Alexander was just the original drummer? Then like Tim Comerford and Brad Wilk, which are the bass player and the drummer from Rage Against the Machine, are also listed on here. Okay, that says written by, so that's fine. Written by Maynard, Tim Comerford, Brad Wilk, and Jay Polanski. So those are writing credits. But again, there's other songs or other versions of remixes of said song, and they all list all of these members as well. And again, I believe that just has to do with credits for being part of the original song itself. So I will do all I can when I do those videos of those remix albums and go through all of those things and try to be as just locked in as I can on each individual thing and explaining, like I just did, about, did this person actually do this exact remix of this song, or is he just credited in this song because he had something to do with the original song itself? So this video has gone on longer than I thought it would, so either way. And that's another thing, if I tried to do like all 3 or 4 of these remix albums in one video, forget about it, dude. With the amount of information that would be in those videos, at least just thinking about it right now, it would be an 1.5 hour long video. So that is it for this video. That is my Puscifer collection as of now, as of right this second. The 2 7-inches, 3 different CD versions of things, and then these albums I just showed. So until the next video, which the next video will be, like I said, the V is for Viagra, the remix album of V is for Vagina. Since I haven't done one yet, if the video ends up, I go through the full album and it ends up being extremely short, like a very short live stream, if it is shorter than I think it is going to be, because I believe they're going to be 30 to 40 minute videos. But if not, if it's really, really short, I might go ahead and throw in the next one, because again, I'm already doing all of the research for all that stuff. So I'll have all of it already pulled up and already ready to go. So it won't be anything but a click of a button and everything will come up. So until next time, see you later.